Good evening, ladies and gents. JW Shields here, broadcasting live from his apartment. How are y'all doing? You join me once again on a Friday. Which is very interesting because I'm sure an awful lot of people are already celebrating Valentine's Day. You will have to excuse, I'm still tweaking the microphone. See, even moving this, I don't know. I have to have it right. It's a cardioid microphone, so it's not. The good news is you hear less of my background. The bad news is I need to have it very close to my face. But my voice may sound a little bit better. At least I hope it does, otherwise this is all just a bit of a mess. Yeah, me playing with my bottle. That is one of the fun things, isn't it? But yeah, I plan to just do a little bit more driving on the long drive. We do still have like 4,700 kilometers to do, and we will do them. However, yesterday I don't think was a sufficiently good stream for either you or my other viewer, so I decided that it would be the best if we just, harken back to the garage and continue the work that we were doing last time. So, what say we hasten onto the garage and see if I am better balanced this time. Come on. There we go. This seems to be decently balanced so far, but we haven't gone racing yet, so we're going to be doing that very soon. As a reminder, if you weren't here yesterday or for any of these streams, I'm playing Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2, which provides an awful lot of enhancements and track and price car randomizers. I'm trying to see how far we can get without purchasing a single car. This is so far 27.8%, 318 days. We have this Nissan GTR, to which I've fitted racing tires so I can compete on the GTR Racing Challenge without any modification apart from that. In addition, to prevent what happened last time, I have just outside microphone range about 300 milliliters of coffee, of which I'm going to be taking a sip right now. It is extraordinarily warm and bitter. No sugar, no cream, none of that. See if it can keep me awake for a bit. See, I managed to hit this one, but on this one I hit second place. It exploited the fact that I was getting very sleepy. Oh, do excuse me. Yeah, okay. Let's bring the volume a little bit up on the game. There. Okay, let's see how that goes. Oh, there's the engine noise. Let's see how that goes. Classic Skyline getting a really big move on. You can do it, you can do it, Pops, you can do it. Don't resignate yourself to last place, see? That thing was right up my bumper on that corner. The racing tires are going to be helping a lot on this one. Okay, just a normal commute across Japan. I also did some changes to my uh it's not a compressor. So I did some changes to my compressor and to the oh, there we go. There we go. To my compressor and to my gain levels. So now you should be able to. Old man Skyline is still holding at the front. Excellent, very based. Yeah, you should hear marginally less talking and clicking and what have you, because everything is behind the microphone in an area where it shouldn't capture it very much. Though I still hear it and it makes me very nervous. But with these changes I think I can, you know, give you a little bit of a better experience. Again, this GTR is not modified apart from the racing tires. Oh, R32 went past Old Man Skyline, but he held in there for a whole lap, and honestly, that makes him the winner of this race in my heart, even if I need to be the winner of this race, full stop. Oh, that wasn't me being drowsy, it was me just being terrible. There we go. See, isn't this nice? Going down this little technical section, you think you can go through it much faster than you really should. See, just there. Spike and announcements, that wasn't going to happen for very long after 2004. Main Sony building there and main Honda building over here. Or is that one the Honda building? I think that one's the Honda building. Should be. Oh, it was much faster. Okay, that's good. Still some clicking. I don't like the clicking. Also, excuse me a little bit, I may have to actually adjust this a little bit further down. Yeah, you should still be able to hear it. But, and don't tell anyone this, the secret about streaming is that it's not so much about the game itself, but the weird flesh construct, or in this case, virtual anime-ish construct that is in front of you. Ain't that nice? As we go down the final straight for the final lap. And yeah, all of this morning, um, I felt very self-conscious because it's like either I find this game boring or I can't make it interesting, which is unfortunate for my chat, my audience, you, my other viewer. Um, but I was just so dead tired. But this has happened. It's not the first time in Gran Turismo. After 20 years, might I have finally become bored of it? I hope not. It is a wonderful thing, and this mod makes it all the better. Well, that and the HD textures. But, you know, something worth thinking about. Brake and turn around, and here we go. Ah, poor old man GTR got relegated to last. Oh well, so disappointing. This has now already paid for the tires. I forget what track it is, but it's now Suzuka. And you know, Suzuka is nice for this. One of those GTRs was the one that kinda cocked me out of the win last time. Are you a 4-door? No, you're a 2-door. Okay. Both of those bouncing, driving really quickly. I can't necessarily out-drag them, but I can out-grip them. There you go. Not going to get off on neither of these corners again. Just sliding a little bit. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Going towards the spoon. I hope that those tires stay green all this time. I mean, they are racing tires. I shouldn't be taxing them with a 300 horsepower road car. Amazing though that road car might be. Oh, brake, brake, brake. Missed the chicane terribly. Turn here. Casio, I think I own one of their watches. Rumor has it Putin likes them as well. Very nice odometer reading. Enjoy it while it lasts. And it's gone. Oh. Little bit of landscaping there. Stop and go that way. There you go. The Midnight Purple GTR is now 15 seconds behind me. The benefits of having had a proper night's sleep, I guess. Brake, brake there. Turn and power. Much better way to take the chicane than last time, which should account for a slightly faster lap. Slightly faster. There you go. And we go through here. There. Yeah, the racing tires are kind of spoiling me for this. Yeah, see, that's a light green. It shouldn't be wearing that quickly. It's just racing medium, not racing soft. Though I suppose that the default on a race car is racing hard. There you go, through here. Perfect. Just a little bit of a wiggle on the way out of the corner. Brake all the way from here. Clip that. Clip that. And we're on our way. Perfect. Another 28 points. Another 12,000 credits. Oh, it was supposed to be New York and it was Suzuka. This is Suzuka. Is it going to turn into New York? God, I hope not. Midfield button reverse. Sure, we may as well. Sorry, old man Skyline, you're there. With this particular seat, the randomizer apparently really likes this track. It has given it to me a couple of times. Two laps shouldn't be very long. Oh, there we go. Yeah, with its normal skybox and lighting, this one didn't quite work out for me. With this, it's so much better. And it gives it a little bit of a variety, you know? Though you do get the sense that this would be the sort of track where you would have headlights on. Bit of a slide there. Whoa. Behave yourself. Go there and be spoiled by the racing tires, because this bit most certainly cannot be flat out with sports tires. Not enough for 120, but it'll do. There. Caffeine. It does a body good. Okay, some another credits. And what are we going to get from the price card randomizer? Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. Come on, come on. Oh, yes. Very nice. You are getting put to use immediately, because I can't do anything here. But the American section should have Stars and Stripes is US cars only. What I'm going to do is get the for GT. Why is this a bronze and a silver? Let's do something about that first, but it's not going to be with the Ford, it's going to be with the Viper. And why didn't I just use the Viper here? Production cars. Okay. There we go. That was me. Oh, that's right, because these ones are straight up racing cars. Also, it gave me Seattle, but the randomizer is on, so instead of Seattle, it's gonna be... Okay! Not going anywhere for a while. Okay, let's see. Racing medium. NA tuning. No turbo, no intercooler, no supercharger. Suspension is fine. We are going out in a blaze of glory on this one, I guess. $136 points. It's going to depend on the tires. Oh, you can hear the Corvette all the way from here. Oh, no. Right now to chase the other ones that are just actual race cars. GTLM Spec 2 clearly ahead of the pack. But we can catch it. Oh! It took its revenge. Okay, the 5-second gap is now a 10-second gap. Did I actually put the racing tires on this thing? Because there shouldn't be this much of a difference. There we go, let's see. Yeah, those are there. Okay, this one may be biting off a little bit more than I can chew. There we go. Let's just remove this. And we'll come to this one later. I think, no. There we go. Oh, goodness. There we go. Oh! This should be one that we can get rid of relatively quickly. Except for the fact that I am now on sports tires, which means this thing is going to be even worse for handling. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious me. Oh, but looking at the competition, I think I'm gonna be fine. In fact, let's dispense with that and let's just bring the GT around. Still need this because I need to swap into the Ford. And I don't want to go through all of the palaver of going to the garage. Focus Cup and Mustang Showdown. None of which can be entered with a GT. Sports medium tires. And the chip. That should give me, you know, well within spec. Laguna Seca, a great American track. What's it gonna be replaced by? Oh god, why? That is an awful... That is a very short time to go from 6th to 1st. Fortunately, I think I have the car to do so. That supercharger wine is very reassuring. Though that SBT should have it as well. Got stuck with a little bit of traffic there. One Corvette down, one Corvette to go. Sorry, the brakes are not that... No, it's not the brakes. Sorry, I still don't know how to drive this one. It's my first time. Oh. On to our final lap. Can I try a 40-second one? I don't think I can, but I'll give it a go. Oh. That was a bit of a mess, and it may have cost me my 40-second lap. But that's okay, that one was a long shot. From the start. There you go. Yeah, 41.6. I think I could have done a 40. But hey, we work with what we're given. Easiest 10 grand I've made in this game so far. Next one is Seattle, and instead of Seattle, what do we have? I think I'm going to be needing to use this mute button more often. If nothing else, it prevents some of the nasty background noise that we have. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, this shouldn't take long. Whomever modeled the supercharger line on these things, good for them. It just adds a dimension that was removed by the original vacuum cleanery noise. And here's another track that got fantastically improved by the HD texture pack. Look at those golden hues in the sky. Much better than, blue. But what's interesting about blue? Ah, right. Viper 9 seconds behind me. Oh, bit of a bounce there. Okay, let's just make it a nice, relaxing lap. There we go. Final turn into the bank. And there we go. There we go. One more race to go, and we should be golden. Okay, Infineon. Well, it used to be Infineon. What is it going to be now? Is it weird that I actually kind of wanted to be the Nürburgring? But we have Apricot. Actually, Apricot is a bit of a whopper, so that one's gonna be fun. Piper tried to get through, couldn't. Ooh, ooh. There's a bit of a mess, this. Definitely could have braked earlier. Yeah, we just get through here. Now into a more insidious versions of the S's in Suzuka. Bit too slow, but there we go. There we go, 138. Hit the brakes here. Oh, oh, there we go. I think from now on monitor headphones are going to be the way to go. It's just so much more convenient to do it this way. Bit of a shame because my actual headphones are excellent, but you know, needs must. Oh, oh, there we go. Also, why am I now hearing the clicking? What the hell? The whole promise of this sodding microphone was that there was going to be less of that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can still hear it. Oh, God. Was this a terrible idea? I hope it wasn't. There we go. bit slower than the last lap, but that should be good enough. Oh, there we go. Let's try and make it under 130. Stop focusing so much on the fact that the noise cancellation isn't quite as noise cancelling as it should be. It's only on corners like that when I realize that this thing is actually mid-engine. Oh, and this is not going to be a faster lap immediately. But it wasn't embarrassingly slow either. And that's this championship nipped in the bud. So let's see what we get. Oh, that's a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, please excuse me for a moment as it seems that my phone has decided to trigger a temperature issue. It's always on the unprepared streams, isn't it? One moment, please. Will you be fine without me there? I hope you will. Because yeah, that phone is cooking. Oh. So, in the meantime, you'll just have to suffer with me acting as a normal streamer. Goodness gracious. This yeah. So trying to get a new microphone to quiet down the chair, failure. Trying to get it to quiet down the controller, failure. It's just a what do we get? What do we get? Don't be a failure. It's a fucking failure. What the fuck? Well, not all of them can be winners, can they, folks? But that doesn't matter, we just move on to the next one. The hot rod competition, wrestle with extreme power. I wonder what they consider to be extreme power. Well, the Vipers are actually very threatening. The colorway is very threatening. I know which car is going to come up in last. But hey, let's let them figure that one out. You saw that warning message. If you have any idea what it meant, you're way over me because I don't know. The good thing is that the ram should be acting as a sort of rolling chicane, slowing them down a little bit. Indeed it has. The Viper has only now just overtaken them. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is how we're doing it. Again, that is not me being sleepy, that is me being terrible at this. Viper on Viper violence. But they're being hunted down. Right there. Oh boy, was that one difficult. Surprisingly difficult. Okay. Break. There we go. That and that. And that was a pretty successful first lap, all things considered. The Ram presumably is by now falling very far behind. Oh, I know what could have caused the issue. So, here's a little behind the curtain sort of things for my particular setup, which, as you can tell, is janky as all hell. But, you know, I work with what I'm given. So, one of the things that happens is, the phone overheats. Yes. Doesn't happen often, but it has been known to do it. So the way that I managed to subvert that is by putting it on battery saver mode. And if you put it on battery saver mode, it downclocks everything inside the phone, and it has the effect of it running a little bit cooler because it's just running slower. But for what? There you go. But for what I wanted to, it's fine with that particular processor speed. So let's just finish this race, and oh, and I'll tweak the gain controls on this microphone a little bit. Nope, let's not do that right now. Especially because this thing has two knobs on the back, One of it is gain, the other is microphone volume. And there it is. And they feel very similar, but one of them is going to ruin the setup completely, and the other one is just going to sit about and do nothing if I just wiggle them a bit. So now that everything is falling apart, it is the perfect time to go ahead and check them. Back here and turn around. Brake early, really early. There we go. And as soon as we do this, I'm just going to, put this thing on mute. Please enjoy this replay while I faff about with my microphone. I've lowered the gain a little bit, which should, it's not going to fix the chair noise, or it's not going to fix the chair noise or everything else, but I think it should deal with some of the more harsher notes in my voice. Now for the other thing. Streaming mode is back on. Wait, enable battery saver. There we go. And do you want to come back? Me? Hi. Hello all. Anyway, yeah, let's see if this is better. It should, or it should make no difference. Now, I want to see if I can tweak the game from here. No. Let's not touch it, because I like how it sounds right now. Okay. Laguna Seca again, but it's not going to be Laguna Seca. What's it gonna be? El Capitan, which was another track that we would be seeing here. At least we don't have a ram racing this time. I'm guessing that that guy just got lost on his way to the pickup truck championship. You go there and there. Perfect. Okay, so far the gain thing seems to be working. So I think we're going to keep it this way for the time being. Two-minute lap right out of the gate. Okay, so this shouldn't take long. Going up. And then we're gonna go down again. There we go. And this. $154, okay. Oop. Yeah, went a little bit wider there. Is it weird that I haven't won a Miata yet? They're having an awful lot of... Oh, oh, oh. They're having an awful lot of Miatas. There are an awful lot of Miatas in this game. Surely at some point one of them should show up. $120. So in just about 30 seconds all of this should be over. And we can go back to the interesting question of what the hell price car am I going to get? Still a faster lap. Excellent. Another 3 grand. Oh wait, no, I still have one more race, don't I? Yeah, the one that was supposed to be El Capitan. Hopefully it's not fucking Laguna Seca or something. I would have preferred Laguna Seca. This track? On cars this wide? Fuck me. This is not good. This is not good at all. See, no chance of overtaking this thing. There. As soon as I have more than one lane, I can actually do something. Okay. Oh, brake, 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 brake. Down here. Try not to hit any precious historical Italian village walls. That was really fucking close. Brake and there. Going up, at least this one is not in reverse, so this is actually preferable. There we go. That was actually a pretty clean lap. I'm pleased with that one. See if we can make lightning strike twice. I don't think we can, but we're going to give it a go, aren't we? No, no, no. Ooh. Where the hell is the bar that what I'm trying to do here is not hit anything? That wasn't a hit. Felt like it was going to. That wasn't the building. Okay, there we go. There we go. Ooh, ooh, there. No! And that was a hit. 2 hits. Going through the part of the most annoying graduation test of a license unless you know it's gimmick. Hold the gear while you're going up. Okay. Brake generously. Go here. There it goes. Very nice. Real special. 140, there isn't really any much room for improvement on this one. Brake, 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 brake. Didn't hit anything. There we go. There we go. Oh. There we don't go. Brake, go up there and do not hug either wall. And let the power take you all the way up. Yep, that was 5 seconds. Excuse me, I had to have some additional coffee. Come on, randomizer. Do not give me another fucking car that I can't use anywhere. But why? Why? Anyway. I think that's it on the American Haul for now. So let's see what else we can do. All of these are done, all of these are those Spider and Roadster isn't. I should have a fast convertible by now, shouldn't I? Wait, I do. Where is the SL600? There it is. That's a convertible. And although it's currently on stock tires, it should be able to be... It should be able to do better than whatever it is that we have here right now. Special stage Route 5 reverse. We have the smaller brother of the SL, that 350Z Roadster, and then a mid-engine Vauxhall. The MR2 is going to be the... Well, it's very optimistic. I'll give it that. Me, I'll just take it like me taking my SL for a drive. With its almost silent engine. Right, the Vauxhall has already fallen. No! One of the Vauxhalls has fallen, the other one is really, really up there. Yeah, I only have straight line speed working for me on this one. I'll have to swap to sports tires because that Vauxhall is now 6 seconds ahead. And it doesn't seem like I can catch that lot in front. It's the opposite of the GTR challenge. Yeah, it's guarding its loins, but it's taking its sweet time doing it. I need some better tires on this thing. Okay, make a note of that. Oh. Sound deadening is very effective. Yeah, no, this thing feels hilariously out of place here. Even though it shouldn't. Ah, God. The only car that it could beat is his baby brother. Okay. Okay. First step sports tires. But now I have a more interesting idea because we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. Or we can do it now and then I can tune it to take on the SLR McLaren at the SL championship. Yeah, right here. It can be here and it can be here. But over here you're fighting the SLR McLaren, which has, if I recall correctly, twice the power. This thing has like 330. This is 616 and 1700 kilos. Meanwhile, this one is 2000 kilos and 380 horsepower. Yeah. At the moment, let's just pop in some tires and see how far we can get with that. Can I also take it on some European events? Schwarz, no. Pan-Euro Championship. What sort of cars do we have here? Oh, homegrown sports cars. And then DTM. That's okay. No. Let's go to the beginner events. And try again. And we have a Miata. Let's see if this helps. It says 9 points, but that's just because I have an awful lot of power, but power is nothing without the ability to use it. So let's see if the tires have made a lick of difference. Straight eye speed is good, but we knew that. Can hang to that corner better. But is it enough to actually catch someone. Oh, 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 oh. Went through the MR2. Now we have the Elise and the Vauxhall, both mid-engine, both weight an ounce, both built on the principles of lightness, both extremely related, even though none of the parties really want to admit that. Can I catch them up? I think I can. They should be able to hear boss music now. Okay, it's taking less time to get its loins. There we go. Break here. They are actually still faster, unfortunately. Yeah, the weight is not doing this thing any favors. Oh, oh, oh. No, no, the 220 is actually pulling away. Yeah, it needs a little bit more power. No, it has all of the power it needs. It needs a little bit less weight. Still, that was 5th to 3rd with just a tire change. I'm going to be using that Mercedes soon enough. But at the moment, let's see if there is any other convertible that I had. Can you sort by power to weight? I don't think you can. But let's see. Oh yeah, you can. Power to weight. Of course, there's that one, 266 kilos to its 1 horsepower. You're not a convertible, you're not a convertible, what is the best convertible power to weight ratio that I have? Is the Esprit a convertible? I don't think it is. The NSX is a convertible. Apparently it isn't. Oh. Could have fooled me. Anyway. The Esprit did have a removable panel, but not this one. Like Spec, NSX, 300 ZX, but mine isn't a convertible. Corvette. Yeah, that's the one we used. We used the Corvette, didn't we? No, we thought the Corvette. What do you classify as a convertible? I noticed that there one had a removable T-top. Here's our Mercedes with a beautiful 5. Skylines, Ginettas. I had forgotten that this was in our midst. Do you have anything else? That Hyundai. But given the choices, let's have the S2000. It may not have a lot of... Actually, let's put some tires on it. Because why be stingy at this point? B2B2 doesn't allow S2000s. Type R meeting, nope. Civic, nope. So it's barred from its own racing events, I guess. Tires. $243 and a chip. Just juicing it up a little bit. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I recall correctly, if I finish all of the beginner events, I also get a bonus prize car. So let's see how that works out for me. Already we have a different lineup. I see a BMW Z4 there. It says 40 points. What I don't know is it's not so much the power to weight ratio, but this thing is going to give it willingly. Look at that red line, it's 9,000 RPM. It'll scream all the way there. No, Peugeot 206cc, not even in this championship in the beginner's lounge you are competitive. You are a joke car, a fucking joke. Something to be laughed at in endurance events. We have the MGF and the MR2 left. And because this thing doesn't weigh a million tons, I am actually making some progress against them. I guess that it also helps that the suspension is not made of porridge on this one, the SL. Very much tuned for comfort, that one. This is a Honda engine happily hanging around far from where most cars would have a red line. MR2 is nevertheless pulling away. It is a surprisingly difficult race, this one, presumably to encourage you to buy a convertible, but that rather goes against the principle of this thing, doesn't it? Okay, there we go. I may be able to take it. No, 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 no. Now it's just pulling away. Damn it. But at 0.2 of a second, I think we have chosen the correct car on this one. 1500. I think I can do a level 1 tune on this thing. Now let's go to the tuner village. Spoon, who's specialized in those things. As evidenced by the fact that they have one right here with 271 horsepower at 9000 RPM. Can we get that deal? Yep, there it is. Then we'll just have it breathe a little bit better. How about we try it on the one that apparently I never did try? Infineon. What's it gonna be instead of Infineon? Soul. Oh, this place has no soul. Okay, it does sound a bit angrier. Sorry to dispense with the pleasantries, BMW, but I need a dub on this thing. Okay. Alfa Romeo, huge, beautiful suet pudding of a front-wheel drive car against a four-wheel motorcycle. Yeah, how's that gonna work? Then the Peugeot Ward. And finally my real opponent. Way to shut the door on me, pal. Come on. Changing into fourth at 9000 RPM. That'll do it. And we brake here and oh, turn around. Turn. There it is. Giant building with Samsung written on it. I don't expect that that's Samsung HQ. You can still see the roof of the building. Break in. And there we go, right past the Seoul Plaza Hotel. Okay, first golden one of these. Good. Thank you, spoon. And then what did we have instead of Trial Mountain? Is it going to be a weird circuit? Well, not weird, but very unpleasant. And we have the voxel and the opal. So this is where we actually test it. Right, and oop, break. Go. Oh, oh, oh. Thought I could get past the Miata. Couldn't. Thank you. We're still a corner away from the main straight. That voxel is really shifting now. There we go. Then there. And clip this one. Still out accelerating me, which is very annoying. But it's not doing it by a lot. There we go, right up its chopper. Speedster. Come on. Ooh, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. Ooh. Started braking mid-maneuver, that upset it. Good thing I have traction control, otherwise the spin, I would be back at last place. There you go. Going down towards Times Square. I'm not entirely sure. No, this is the road that was blocked from automobile access. Yes. All this, you can't drive through here anymore. Certainly not through here. Oh, you should have said can't do it through here. This one is still open. There we go. 3,000 credits there, and now we come to the annoying one. Starting this race for what is hopefully the last time. Good, the GTV6 is at the front, which again may have the power, but it doesn't have the handling. It is pulling away a little bit. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. We keep it cool, we brake here. Try to go around the MX-5. Yeah, the Elise steamrolled past the GTV6. Okay, there we go. The hunt is officially on. Four seconds ahead. Is it still 4? Yep, it is. So he's not getting away. It got away a little bit. Oop. Christ, I'll have to do this shit again. Yeah. What the fuck sort of Elise are you? Just a normal one. God damn it. Okay. That thing is keeping me from both another prize car and another, possibly they have completed everything in the beginner hall. Demand standard or sports tires. Yeah, I'm through digging around. 1100. Still 1100, but low 1100. If they wanted this shit, there we go, 300 horsepower. It was, how was the normal spoon? 170? No, 270. Okay. I don't want to see that track again, which naturally means that next time we hit a randomizer, it's going to be this track all over again, won't it? Also, note how my tracking hasn't broken? Low battery mode. Yeah, there's the Speedster, but there is an MR2 in front of it. There's more horsepower, less weight. And it is indeed angrier. Move out a lot of you. Entering sideways into this corner. Fuck me. Out of the way. Two seconds about to become 0 seconds. Move out of the fucking way. There. Now only the Toyota remains. There you go. Yeah, it's just a second behind. Anyway, you screw up and I'm back where I started. Go, and there. Oh god, please let it be the end. Please don't let them rubber band immediately into... They won't, they won't, they won't. Oof. Chat, can you believe that I did that first try? Weird, isn't it? Anyway. $3,000 credits. And... let's see. Oh god. Why? Sports 800. But now... come on. Only dog shit fucking pulls on this stream. By the way, if you're enjoying this stream, and why wouldn't you? Don't forget, supporting this requires no effort at all. You just need to hit follow or subscribe or whatever the fuck it is that you have on your platform. Boxer Spirit. And indeed, I have the car for this. There it is, and it has been fitted with sports tires. So let's do this right now. Hong Kong. Thankfully, it's not going to be Hong Kong, but I don't know what it's gonna be. Suzuka West, with a bunch of Subarus at the front, trying to which are going to nerf the actual competition. There we are. Now to take these two. Ooh. Everyone went fucking off there. After the convertible race, this seems to be moving along in fast forward to me a bit. Now, yeah, the tail is much more lively on this mod than on vanilla. That is not even the CTR2. That is the inferior BTR, which predates the. Yeah, that makes two of us, pal. Okay, but he went off a little bit longer on that one. I expect these Subarus are heavily tuned. No, what the fuck? We are fighting dirty. Oh. We are sliding into corners with wild abandon. We're letting the turbocharged flat 6 carry our dreams through. And we are lamenting the fact that that thing in front seems to be hopelessly... Oh, oh. No, you don't. Right? Braking early to get here. There we go. Should be able to catch it. It was 3 seconds. Is it getting better? No, it's 3.3. I like to think I'm getting closer. I'm not sure I actually am. Okay, that's it. That's my race. Right. Okay, so let's see what happened here. It is sports. Oof. I could just put racing tires on it. That should sort the problem very nicely. This first corner is a mess. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, 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 I see the issue. Yeah, traction control and everything should be on. Do you disable it? Oh, there it is. That is marginally better. Oh, 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 oh. Ouch. Brakes are still terrible. Really, really terrible. They do have the they do have the advantage of four-wheel drive, don't they? Goodness gracious me. That was a good corner. That was kind of thrown into the shitter by the CTR2 that is vying for second place at the moment. There we go. Just have to be an awful lot more delicate with this thing, and now that we have traction control, it seems that the Porsches are indeed climbing up. Though I'll have to check the footage because I went and the traction control was already enabled. It's just that when I hit exit, I noticed that the little triangle icon. Oh, 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 oh. You pushed me out, you fucking. I noticed that the icon wasn't blinking. Go is still hanging the tail out. Come on. Do that decent thing and crash out of the road. Though it must be said that particular generation 911 was actually rather more stable than this one. Damn. We're going for a second place finish on this one, I believe. Oh, goodness. Oh, 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 oh. Crashed out just before the finish line. Oh, God. That was a stroke of luck. Right. Means I don't get to spend on racing tires either. So that's good. Oof. Doesn't get much more lucky than that one, I don't think. Anyway. $7,500. Which should pay for some of the modifications that we need to do to win the convertible section, I guess. Okay, next race should be Infineon. But what are we getting instead of Infineon? Oh, El Capitan. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. We just have one other Porsche and the Impreza 22B STI, which is legendary, but not to belabor the point, Porsche 911. Go. There we go. El Capitan seems to be another of those tracks that this randomizer loves, at least with the seed that we gave it. Oh, there we go. That was a two-way traffic sign. I sure fucking hope it isn't. There you go. Brake. But if nothing else, I am glad that it allowed that the mod also gives us Suzuka West as an additional track. That one you absolutely never use on the base game, and it's a bit of a shame. Though I see why. Presumably they couldn't quite finish the AI to their satisfaction on it. One. And two, yeah, that tiny little corner where you skip the rest of the track. Yeah, that would have been rife with abuse, as you were able to evidently see in, well, just a couple of moments ago. Come on. Air-cooled flat 6 propelling me towards victory. There we go. That's it, and up, 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 there. straight down the final chicane, back to the main straight. I think after we win the Boxer Championship, I am going to call it. This was a very chill day where I just wanted to, have a little bit of a stream as an apology to you and my other viewer and, do some progress here. I have new feedback for this. Which I expect I am going to be, there we go, acting upon the next time we are on a Gran Turismo screen. There we go, there we go. Perfect. This is what happens when the traction wheels are the one that... Actually no, because it's not that, it's just good old pendulum ass. Have all of your cornering done before you actually make it to the corner, the old Porsche loyalist used to say. There you go. And perfect. Final corner. Just powering through there and... Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Done. A little bit slower than the last lap, but one makes two. Another 7.5. Deep Forest. You know what's weird? I've been broadcasting... Oh, that's odd. Anyway, you know what's weird? I've been broadcasting for 2 hours and 20 minutes now. Special stage route 5. Fucking hell. And we have the CTR2 and the BTR. I've been streaming for that long, and I haven't even had our standard fare of Clanker AI viewers offering me cheap bots. Ooh, excuse me. I wonder if they're okay. Either that or they're more than okay, and it's just... Unlike me, they actually have fucking dates for Valentine's Day. Actually, I do have a date. I have a date with you all. Or at least with you and my other viewer. We are going to be... What better way to celebrate the day of love and friendship than in the bleak and desolate wasteland of the long drive, wherein we will continue to make progress. Slow, excruciating progress, but progress nevertheless. Oh. Okay, this one's 3 laps, so I do have a little bit more wiggle room. Just a bit. Because the car at front is also a 911, so there is nothing going for it. There we go. Oh no, this one is heavily laden from what I see. I don't know if you can see it on the screen through the streaming compression artifacts. That's 2 911s and a Boxster. Okay, let the yellow bird gird its loins, as indeed the other ones seem to be doing as well. There we go. Brake here. Bro, enter the corner way, the tunnel way too aggressively. One 911 and one Boxster dealt with. Now we have the BTR. Nope. Nope. Yeah, that's the other thing. They are on you. This is the sort of real racing that you have to do. Come on. Come on. No. Go there and there. Just 1 second ahead, which means I can... Ooh. That was close. Oh. This corner is deadly for me, apparently. Because I always misjudge the apex and the exit speed. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Gaining, 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 gaining. Brake. There we go. Now to keep it off my back, which is going to be easier said than done. Although it is falling behind, but you know, I'm not taking... see, that's what happens. There it is, right there. Only narrowly managed to close the gap by mirror sniping him. Break there, and... yeah, that was a tiny little bumper case on that one, which doesn't give me the biggest of confidence, because remember, there is one corner here that I apparently am entirely unable to take well. We're about to hit it. I think that worked. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Come on, come on. Cross the line, and... ooh, across the line. Perfect. Final 7,500 of the night. Let's see if we get a decent price this time. Come on, come on, come on. Oh god, I already have one of those. Still, better than anything else that we have gotten tonight. And on that slightly disappointing note, see, 30.6%, 347 days, and we still haven't either used Bob. Bob is going to come in handy at some point. What we're going to do is, and we haven't bought a single car yet. Which is good news. And speaking of news, I I will be streaming tomorrow. We're going to do the long drive. As of this moment, I would like to say, if you stuck around, thank you so much for watching. I'm JW Shields. You can find me on YouTube and you can find me on Twitch. I really do appreciate if you follow, it does help. Twitch doesn't have discoverability, I don't think, but YouTube does, and it does take these things into account. You can also find me on my blog, which isn't updated very often, or on my Twitter, which isn't updated at all. I may have to do something about that. I'm just not sure what. As I said, the long drive tomorrow, but I'm going to call it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As ever, until we see each other again, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you all very, very soon.